one more shot at Toledo?
I mean, this is probably one of my last opportunities to go against them. So, I mean, obviously, I want to go out with a bang and beat them. I haven't beaten them since I've been here in my past 4 years. So, I definitely want to get this win so I can have bragging rights.
How much does that bother you, or to what level does it drive you?
I mean, you always want to be on top of your rival, and I mean, it's a bad taste. It leaves a bad taste in my mouth, but I mean, it's really important. But it's just another step in the process. So I'm gonna treat it like another game, but I feel like we focus a little bit more, just because it's Toledo. And but like I said, it's another step in the process, going towards this MAC championship, and we just got to get this done.
How do you treat this for like just another game? I mean, knowing you guys haven't beaten them in the last 4 years, how do you go about it the same way? I mean, can you do that?
I mean, you can go about it the same way. I mean, but you do have a more sense of urgency, better focus. Better attention to details. You kind of want it more, but when I say you treat it as another game, is like I'm not gonna come out there just because we're not playing Toledo next week and not give it my all. So I mean, I'm gonna give it my all regardless in that sense. But I mean, it's rivalry week, so we're gonna bring it to it.
Has there been anything said, I guess, like in practices by the players to the coaches, just on the importance of this game? Like,
yeah, it's definitely, since we haven't beaten them the past 4 years. So, I mean, definitely we want to come out victorious, so we can have those bragging rights, and just feel good going into our Ball State week.
Do you hear any from guys, teams in the past? Have they reached out to anybody on the team to talk about the motivation for this game, or is that part of the process?
I think it's just part of the process. We all understand the importance of this game. I mean, I still talk to some of the former players, and we talk about the games and stuff, but none of them could ever say they beat Toledo, and I just want to be able to go back to them and be like, yeah, I finally beat Toledo.
What was your, looking at films, what was your reaction to how the wide receiver that Toledo was forced to end up using at quarterback at Northern Illinois? What were your impressions of him?
He brought that dual threat aspect to the game. I believe his first play he was in the game, he threw a 64-yard touchdown, and then the zone read action, he just brings that dual threat, so that's just one more thing we have to worry about.
Are you guys focused on preparing for him, or do you have to prepare for Woodside, or I guess how do you guys prepare for them?
We prepare for both. We practice. We've had our scout team simulate both types of quarterbacks, and that with Macon, that's just the running part, and then Woodside, he has a gunslinger on him, so we've been taking a lot of reps and with pass drops and things like that. So I mean, I think we'll be pretty well prepared for both of them.
the past 2 weeks have you guys kind of benefited from that the past 2 weeks? I guess what I'm trying to say is, I guess Akron, you guys had to prepare for 2 quarterbacks. And you had to prepare for 2 quarterbacks. You guys feel more prepared, knowing that you can prepare for more than multiple quarterbacks?
Yeah, most definitely. It just gives us an idea of where we're at defensively versus those type of quarterbacks, the adjustments that we need to make. Just looking at the past few games, what we need to correct in our run fits, and gap-wise, being gap sound. So I think we'll be well prepared for both.
Obviously, their offense, regardless of who's playing quarterback, they've been successful all year. What have you seen that allows them to be so successful?
The receivers they're pretty deep at receiver. Their slots are pretty fast. Alonzo Russell, he's been a solid receiver since I've seen him play. So, and then Kareem Hunt, he's a bruiser, and I think he's the life of the offense. So, I think if we start by stopping the run, we'll be good, and then forcing them to become one-dimensional. I think we'll have good chances at winning.
After some touchdowns, we've been seeing some guys taking selfies and whatnot lately. What's going on with that?
It's just a new fad, new trend going on. I see Roger Lewis and Travis Green doing it a lot, and I think it's funny, but it's just a new trend going on. So you might see us do it, one of the defensive players do it when we make a play. So.
And speaking of that, you guys have had a lot of success forcing turnovers the last few weeks. I mean, have you seen a reason for that, or is there a specific cause of that?
I mean, just belief, especially in the secondary. I think we've had 7 interceptions the past 2 games, which is a lot. And I mean, we started this season off kind of on we started rough defensively in the secondary, and I feel like we just regained our confidence, and we've just been playing with a lot of swagger out there, and that's allowed us to be able to make a lot of plays on the ball. So.
Brian, obviously this is an important game, you said it. Has there been any kind of extra thought to, if you guys win this game, you guys can significantly hurt Toledo's next championship chances?
Oh yeah. Right now the West Division is it's a 3-way tie, I believe, and I mean they obviously still, the other teams in the 3-way tie still have to win out, but if we win, I think that'll either give Northern or Western the upper hand. So.
Is that any extra kind of motivation for you guys?
I mean, I wouldn't mind playing Toledo twice. I mean, that would make a better scene in Detroit come December 5th. But honestly, we're ready for whoever. So.
Anything else for Brian?
I do. Brian, if the coaches came to you and said, you know, we're beat up, we've already got the East won, we're going to kind of sail through this game and get ready for big games in December, what would your reaction be to that?
I wouldn't like it, but our coaches haven't said anything like that, and I know their mindset isn't like that. This is a very important game to us, and this is one of our goals to beat Toledo. So that I wouldn't even think of anything like that.
But what if you said you can play quarterback?
Oh, I would love it.
All good?
All right.